Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a story time, a little story compilation thing of shit I did in high school. Yeah, I was a pretty bad kid. Not necessarily like when it comes to grades and stuff, I was pretty like okay with that stuff, but I was going through some shit. Also, stay tuned till the end if you want to know about my hair. Because I figured not everyone wants to know about that shit, so let's get into these stories. Woo! All of these, like I said, are going to be like a compilation, so they're going to be like little stories from different times. Now, most of them, or 2 out of 3, or 2 out of, I don't fucking know. Some of them, or the most of them, are from when I lived in Sweden, and I did some funny shit when I lived in Sweden. I'll tell you in just a second, but let's get into the first story, which is actually like the most recent one. So this was last year when I was a sophomore, and we had this is so fucking bad. To all of my teachers and like relatives and like family members and everyone that like know me, I'm so sorry for this video. I'm not like this anymore. Like, to all my teachers watching, I'm not like this anymore. This happened a week before I was traveling to my beach house in South Carolina. Now, I have really bad travel anxiety. Like, a week before, or like a long ass time before I'm gonna travel by plane, I can't sleep. It's always been like that for me. So I hadn't got any sleep that night. We had English class right after lunch. So 5th hour we had English class. And you know when after lunch you just like filled your tummy up with some yummy food and then you go into class and it gets a little boring and you're just like... So we were watching a basketball documentary, and we got like a little paper that we had to like fill out watching the documentary, you know, like to, you probably know what I mean. And if you know anything about me, I don't fuck with basketball. Like, I can't do basketball. I'm so fucking bad at basketball. I think it's so boring. I'm sorry to everyone that loves basketball. I'm just like not that kind of girl. So I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? The lights are all out. We had like a big projector. Our teacher was like in the back of the room. I was like right in front, like I was right in front in the corner, and I was sitting like this. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, okay, I was thinking to myself, you know what, I deserve to snooze off a little bit because I know I'm gonna wake up when our teacher turns the light on again and like everyone starts talking. I'm gonna wake up anyways, I'm not getting in trouble, you know? So I decided that I was gonna take a nap. Now, like, okay, just take after me. Don't fucking sleep in class because woo, this is a backfire. And I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna fall asleep like this so he sees my head still up. So like, cause like he was sitting in the back of the room. So I was doing like this and I was going like that. And I just fell asleep. And it was such a nice snooze. Like, it was such a nice nap. I fell asleep right that instant and wake up that my teacher is holding my desk and goes, shoosh, with me. So I'm flying up, I'm like, bitch, because, oh my god, it was so, and everyone started dying fucking laughing at me. Basically, what had happened was keep in mind, I hadn't slept for like the entire week, so I was dying. So I was sitting there and I fell asleep, and apparently my sleep was so, like, deep that my teacher could not even wake me up. He went to turn the lights on. Everyone started talking. I was still sleeping. Keep in mind, I was in the front of the classroom, like to the corner. So he starts lecturing again, and he sees me sleeping. And so he's like lecturing and whatever, and everyone's looking, and then he just like stops. Like, he gets completely quiet in like the entire room, and he's just staring at me. Like, people are telling me this after like it happened. And you would think that if you were like kind of just like sleeping, you would, you know, open your eyes when he stops. But I was in deep motherfucking, Peter Pan had taken me, honey. I was out. So he's looking at me and everyone like turns around and starts laughing. I still don't wake up. He like walks up to me and he's like, Sasha. Like whispers my name. Nothing. I'm done. Sasha. No response. I'm so deep in sleep, you guys. I was not waking up. So he walks up to my desk and he like goes this close to my ear, like this close. And he says, Sasha, wake up. Nothing. I am so, like, I could be dead at this point. So he like taps my shoulder for me to wake up. Nothing. Knocks on my desk. Nothing. Our entire class starts dying fucking laughing because I'm like still like I'm so asleep. but I'm still sleeping, honey. So he takes my desk and he starts going, shh, 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 shh. And I'm like, I fly up my desk and I'm like, what the hell? It was so embarrassing, and then everyone started laughing at me, and it was like obviously really funny after. But I walked up to him after class and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I fell asleep in your class. He's like, it's fine. So yeah, don't fucking fall asleep in class. It backfires. It hits you in the face like a goddamn door. The next story is actually kind of bad, and I do not want anyone to do this. When I went to school back in Sweden, I went to a private school, and it's not like a my bitch is bad and bougie kind of school. It's more of like a 90 kids kind of school. Like the bad kids went there, or the people that had really high grades. Basically, it was one of those schools where you could paint on the walls, and the graduating class got to like put their hands in paint and like put them on the wall and like write their name underneath it. Like that kind of school. Like we actually did that though. So I had like paintings like trees and like butterflies and fucking like, I don't fucking know, like Christmas trees all over our school. Like just paint, because we could paint on the walls. So that's the kind of school I went to. So imagine a lot of shit. We could get away with a lot of shit. So I told you that that school had really good teachers, like such high education teachers. They were so smart, but some of them weren't like teacher material. They were just kind of like, you know, mathematicians or scientists. They weren't like teachers, you know what I mean? So necessarily not every one of them were like really good with kids. So we had one Swedish teacher, like a lit teacher, that I fucking hated, dude. Like, oh my god, yo, she was like a nightmare. Like I fucking hated that bitch. And I hated so many teachers out of that school. They fucking hated me. Like I've told you about the science teacher and math teacher that I had in my story time. I told my teacher that I hate her. She went to this school too. So we had this literature teacher, and she was very strict. Oh! Actually, she's the girl that spit in my face. That's the teacher that spit in my face. It's another story time called My Teacher Screamed in My Face kind of thing. Yeah, that's her. I fucking hated her. If you haven't watched that video, I'll link it down below. And she hated our class. Like, she fucking hated our class. She hated me for some reason. I am, like, 99% sure this girl had anger management issues, because I am, like, not even making that as a joke. Like, she had, like, such bad anger, like, outbursts. I don't know, she was fucking crazy. Like sometimes she would walk in our class and already have like an issue with someone, and that's how we know that she had a bad day, and we're like, oh my god, here we go. So that day she had been really fucking rude to like my best friend. Like so fucking rude to her. Like she had done nothing, and she was just like yelling at her and being so rude to her, and like not calling on her, and like just like a lot of shit. I don't even remember half of it, but she was like, I remember her being so fucking rude, and it made me so angry. Now, we were on the bottom floor. We only had one floor at this school because we were 90 kids. It was not a lot of kids. So we were on the ground. That doesn't make any sense to you guys, but it will in a moment. So she had been so fucking rude to us, and I was not having it at all. I'm a very stand-up bitch. If anything happens to me and my friends, I will always stand up for them, and I will always speak my mind. I was already like not even having this teacher. Like I was so fucking mad at her, and I was like, oh my god, like here we go. So me and my best friend were sitting on the desks right next to the windows, and she's just like going off on us, like she's lecturing us about, I don't know, fucking life or something. I don't know, like how much of worthless pieces of shit we are. I don't fucking know, but she was so like, she was lecturing us like, you guys aren't going at it, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm whispering to my best friend like, hey, when she leaves the room next time, because she would sometimes like leave the room because like of anger, like she would get so angry she had to like leave the room. So I whispered to her, I'm like, next time she leaves the room, let's like jump out the window. Like let's get the entire class to jump out the window. So, you know, if we get the entire class to jump out the window, we won't get in trouble. Which now that I'm looking at it, like, are you kidding me? You dumb idiot. Like, are you kidding me? Of course you're gonna get in fucking trouble. So she like looks back at me and she's like, yeah, let's go. I mean, I'm such a fucking dumbass bitch. I don't know, it takes like 5 minutes and then she has to leave the room because she's so fucking angry. Like steam out of her ears like fucking Hades from Hercules going out the door, okay? And I stand up on my chair and I say, everyone, let's get the fuck out of this classroom. Like, let's open the windows, let's go. So everyone fucking hated this teacher anyway. Like, nobody was gonna be like, no, I don't wanna do this. Oh, actually, except for one bitch. She was like the teacher's pet though. She was like top student, you know, like really, really good, like butthurt as fuck kind of girl. Love you though, girl. She was sitting, I'm just kidding. She was not about to leave, but we all, the rest of us were like, yeah, let's fucking go, let's fucking go. So we get up and we open all the windows. There were like 3 windows, and we all jump out the windows. And like this one girl is still sitting there like, I'm not getting in trouble. Like, are you kidding me? You're ruining it for everyone. All right. So when we all jumped out the window, we run around like to the school's entrance kind of thing, but we didn't want to go inside because we didn't want to get caught, which you'll see in a second why that was a really dumb move. But we're standing outside and like waiting, like looking, like peeking, like, oh my god, like, is she coming? You know, that kind of stuff. And we found this out later, but she came into the classroom, realized that we had left out the windows, because obviously, like, when you're outside of the windows, you can't close them completely. You have to do that from the inside. So she had gotten so mad, like slammed books down on the desks and left. So at my school, we had our lockers right next to the entrance, and right next to the entrance, there was like huge windows that we were peeking in through, right? So we're all sitting and looking inside the window, and she walks by the window, stops, looks at us, and I literally swear to God, I can see like her soul leaving her body. She was so fucking mad. She walks up to the entrance and we're like expecting her to come outside and start like yelling at us and like shit is going down, like grab a shovel kind of stuff. But she walks up to the entrance and she locks the door and she walks. And like looking back at it now, we totally deserve being locked out. But she walks up to the window and she's like, I'm not letting you guys in, like you guys jumped out the window, like blah 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 blah. And it was like winter, it was like -30 outside, I swear to God, it was so fucking cold. And we're standing outside and we're like, did this bitch just fucking lock us out of our own entire school? Like, are you kidding me? But now looking back at it, it's like we totally deserve that, but alright. That's the end of that story. Now speaking of that same classroom, that teacher actually got fired a little bit later. I think I mentioned that in my teacher screamed in my face story time. She got fired. And we had another Swedish teacher, which was a male. And I love this Swedish teacher. I love that guy. He would like really just like take care of our class. Like we had the rowdiest, loudest, worst class of all time. You have no idea. Our class, every single teacher hated our class. Except for this one teacher. He was like a younger guy. He was married. He was very just like smart. Very just good at, you know, teaching. We were his first class to ever have him as a teacher. So he was very just a good human, and I really, really learned a lot from him. Now, like I said, I was pretty good in school, but I was really like a rowdy kid. So this was the same classroom that I stuck out of, like jumping out of the window. So we still had lit with him, and this was my senior year. In Sweden, you have like recesses between every single class. Like you have like at least 15 or 5 minutes between every single class. So sometimes we would just stay in the classrooms because we didn't want to like go outside of our lockers and blah, blah, blah. So this was a particular time where I had just broken up with my boyfriend at the time, and it went down bad blood, like so much drama. We fought so much. It was like we ended on such bad terms. It was ridiculous. This was the day after we had broken up, and I'm sitting on my desk with my girlfriends because we didn't want to leave. We kind of just wanted to talk about what had happened. I wanted to explain to them all that went down with me and my ex. And so we're sitting all on our desks, and I'm talking. I'm so mad, and it appears to be a lone classroom, that we are the only people in there. But oh no, shall I find out? So I'm sitting there explaining to them what he did, and like, I'm not gonna get into details, but he fucked one of my friends, and like, it was a mess, okay? It was a mess. It was a fucking mess, dude. So I'm like screaming at this point. I'm so fucking mad, like ranting to my girlfriends. And hey. I'm so mad, telling them all he did and like explaining the entire situation. They're like, like being the little spy ass bitches. I love them to death. So I'm like yelling, I'm like so fucking mad. And one of my girlfriends go, you know, you should just fuck his best friend. And I'm like, damn right I should just fuck his best friend. Ooh, I just spat. Like, I should just fuck his best friend. Like, how hard is that? Like, he's a hot best friend. I'm gonna fuck him. So he's like, oh my god, I was so mad. Like, so I'll fuck his best friend just to make him see what an asshole he is. Like, I was so fucking mad, like yelling, like making plans on me fucking his best friend. I'm so sorry for all my relatives and teachers and everyone that know me watching this video. I'm sorry. I'm yelling like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck his best friend. I'll hit him up on Snapchat later. Like, he's hot. Like, I'll fuck him. Like, just to get back at him so he sees what an asshole he is. Like, talking so loudly about this and just like making plans on how I can get back at him for fucking my friend by fucking his best friend. So the way that this classroom was set up was that this was like the main classroom, and then inside the classroom we had the door, and then we had a little classroom where we could have like group work, or if the teacher had to talk to one certain student about like grades, or like, you know, just like a little separate room inside the actual classroom. So that door was closed, but we thought we were alone. And girl, we wasn't. All of a sudden, when I'm ranting about how I'm gonna fuck his best friend, my ex's best friend, and like how hot he is and how I'm gonna fuck him up and like all this stuff, my teacher walks out of this door. And I'm sure he doesn't remember it because like he's such a chill person, but my girlfriends start dying fucking laughing. And I'm sitting there like, oh, did I just fucking say that? Like, I was like, I will never in my entire life be able to look at this man again. And he's looking at me, he's like, and then walks out. Like, he's like, I'll leave you girls alone. Walks out. And I am so embarrassed. No, ma'am, thank you. Holy shit, yeah. But he didn't bring it up, like, after. He just kind of forgot about it, and now he's probably gonna watch this video. I'm so fucking sorry, like, I'm so fucking sorry. And yes, about the story with what I was saying to my girlfriends about my ex and his best friend and all that. Well, so that was it for my little story time compilation today. I hope you guys liked it. Now, if you want to know anything about my hair, then keep on watching. This is a wig from DONALOVEHAIR.com, and I'm absolutely in love with this wig. I'll show you what it looks like without the hat. This is what it looks like without the hat. Now, I'm like completely in love with this wig. I think it looks so pretty and just like so natural on me, and I have to say, I have to go as far as saying that this is my favorite wig of all time right now. I'm wearing it all day, every day, you know. Like I said, it came from DONALOVEHAIR. I absolutely love this wig. I have to say that this is my favorite wig that I own, and I'm not even saying that because I'm sponsored. Thank you, DONALOVEHAIR, for sending me this wig. It is actually my favorite wig of all time. I've been wearing it so much recently, and I love it. I really want to color my own hair like this color, so let me know if I should. Anyway, the product information is, it is the HH107 hair, and it is 24 inches. So it's pretty freaking long. It's like as long as my real hair is, and I am in love with it. I love it. Like, when I first got it, it didn't look quite like this. It was like a lot more yellowy, like honey blonde, and it was curled. And then so I was like, I don't like that color at all. So I went to get some purple shampoo off of Ulta, and I just like put purple shampoo on there, left it on for like 15 minutes, and then I rinsed it out and straightened it. And now I think I'm like absolutely in love with this hair. I'm wearing it like every single day, and I fooled so many people. They're like, you look so good in blonde, and I'm like, yeah. So thank you, DONALOVEHAIR, for sending me this. It is absolutely my favorite wig of all time that I've ever had, and I will be wearing it. I've been wearing this for like 5 days straight, so yeah. I'll leave all the information about this hair and like DONALOVEHAIR and like coupon codes and stuff like that in the description, so you should totally check that out. Thank you again for DONALOVEHAIR sending me this wig. I love it. So that is my little storytime compilation of shit I did in high school. If you want more of these storytimes, then let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat. They're all linked in the description. I love you so much, and don't forget to do whatever the fuck you want, because you can do whatever the fuck you want, and yeah, I love you.